Up to 2 minutes. What the
Good morning, everyone.
hell? Howdy.
It's Tom, the Queen City Picker, joined by Todd, the sickly picker this morning. Uh,
Yeah.
he's still battling COVID, so he just needs to take it easy. So that means that you people have got to help talk to me.
Yeah,
Good
ain't gonna
morning,
be
Bum
worse.
Crack.
Ain't gonna be worse shit.
Good morning, Lag. Why aren't you up here taking care of Pops instead of hiding out in your basement? You should have jumped on a plane last night, came up here and helped take care of him and Gwen. How is she feeling? Has she gotten any? Feel like she's getting any symptoms?
She's avoiding me. She got like this 20-foot pole.
Yeah.
Anytime I get closer now, she pokes me in the chest with it.
Good
She's
morning,
making me.
Anissa.
She didn't have it. She's making me use a different bathroom and wear a mask when I go to the kitchen. And yeah, I'm terrible. I feel like hell,
Well,
but I'm still alive.
you need to be taking it easy. I'm not going to make any old people jokes because I am an old people, but you need to be taking care. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Lag. Good morning, Vintage. Good morning, Night Nurse. Hope you're all doing good this morning. Well, I had a lovely lunch yesterday with Patty and Beth, reseller rowboat, and Barry, who is the Santa picker. I believe it's his handle. Um, where am I getting all that crap?
Yeah.
I get so much junk. Yeah, no, the thrifty Santa. That's Barry and Patty. Junk Trader, I believe is her name, her handle. Hey, Thrifty Flip. Mike, how you doing, Mike? The crazy card. Anyway, we had a lovely lunch over at Hickory Tavern.
I saw the picture. You look so
Yeah,
skinny.
Beth needs to get a new camera. Her camera is broken or something because her lens made me look like I was fat. I mean, really fat. I was disgusted with myself.
Ugh.
But good time. Apparently, she had a good trip out here. They did some sightseeing, went to Biltmore.
No, Mike, except for the coughing, I don't feel it down in my lungs much. Man, my ribs are sore from coughing. You ever do that?
Yeah,
Cough so much it makes your rib cage sore.
yeah. When I had it the last time, I was just sore all over from coughing.
Sore all over. So
Maybe so, lag.
the doctor gave me Paxlovid.
Yeah.
Take 3 pills 3 times a day.
Did you just he just call it in for you, or did you have to go in?
I went in and got a I had just done the home test.
Right.
So I got a nurse's appointment, went in and had a test. And then the doctor's nurse called me up and said, "We're gonna want to put you on this Paxlovid."
Yeah,
So
and
hopefully
this,
it'll help. So far, it didn't help in one bit. I took my second dose about an hour ago.
yeah, I remember him saying that yesterday, Anissa. Good morning, Jim and Tara. Um, are you feeling any worse than you were yesterday?
No, pretty much exactly the same, just like crap.
Well,
Just like crap.
you need the rest. Did you get all your shipping done yesterday?
Yep, I got 3 new orders to ship out today, though.
Well, after you get those packed up in the mailbox, you need to go lay back down and rest. You need to, which is you're going to feel a lot better if you're just laying there sleeping. I'm going to tell you that. At least my experience was. Um, so I didn't mean to post that. That's my my med list for. I had just made a printout to give to my doctor. I have a doctor's appointment this morning. That's so y'all know what all kinds of crap I'm taking now. Because I don't know how to take it out of chat.
Dang.
So there's the there's the link right there. If anybody wants to come in, I guess they'll be kissing the bride good morning today. Will there be?
No,
You just hold that 20-foot pole out there and say, "Back off, big boy." Um, is there anything I can do for you? Can I send you anything? Being that I don't live nearby you, I can't fix you a meal and take it to you, but I can Instacart it to you, or I can DoorDash it to you.
I got PayPal. You can just send me a couple thou.
Okay. No, you don't have to put your prescriptions in the chat, Bumcrack, because yours probably, and most of mine is just vitamins and crap like that. Roberta's got me on. She's trying to make me last till she retires. Um, I would. You probably own a lot of them.
And this is that the drug that makes you sleepwalk and walk off a cliff by your house. Well, Josh Galt, I went to his talk yesterday at noon.
Right.
He said he had COVID for 6 weeks the second time he had it. I'm like, God.
I don't think I had it that long, but I had it for a long time. The third time I had it. Sorry to hear about that, Texas. You only have 3 pills a day? Well, that's good.
6 weeks of COVID. God.
Um, so I got to go in this morning. I put it off for a while, and I'm going in today to for my yearly physical, and my right ankle hurts me all the time. My right hip, when I sleep at night, I wake up because my right hip is bothering me. I'm just getting fucking old, pardon my French, and I just don't like it at all. So I'm gonna have to go in for my yearly bitching about my weight. And he's a young thing. He's a Doogie Howser looking thing. I said, "Can you even does your mom have to pick you up at night? He said, why is that? I said, because you can't drive after dark. But he's like 28 years old, but he looks like he's a teenager.
Mm.
Yeah, there's certain things that just get me riled up, and I'm just not.
Tara's in the waiting room.
Oh, there she is.
I can hear her.
I gotta make her a. Okay, Roxy, you need to move so I can run my show here. Get out.
Oh my God. I was waiting to see how long I would sit back there before you noticed.
Well, see, you don't have a picture or even a placeholder
I
or
know.
anything.
I like to be secretive.
Well,
Well, it's because in StreamYard I have a picture, but I don't know how to load up a picture for this. And I didn't brush my hair this morning.
okay. Well, that's okay.
You know, I got this cold and I brought it home and Jim got it. And Jim was sicker than me, but he like lost his sense of taste and everything. And there's part of me that kind of wonders if it's like this new strain of COVID going around a little bit.
Could
But we
be.
didn't like take tests or go to the doctor or nothing. I got all that extra horseworm laying around, so I just kind of held him down and gave him a good dose of ivermectin.
Is that what you're on, Texas? I can't even. I'm not even going to try reading those, except the meloxicam. I'll read that one because I know I have a prescription to take when I need it.
Oh, you know it's the senior citizen show, and y'all talk about all your medications.
Yeah. Well, let's see. And
You
this.
start bringing out that days of the week pill box and stuff, then you really know your audience is an older group of people.
And this is like this is the nursing home chat. Yeah. Mine's in the kitchen.
There you go. Todd's got it ready.
They told me not to take my statin medicine during the time I take this Paxlovid.
Well, anyway, I got this cold. I call it cold. Jim got it way worse than me, but I will say, like me, it affected my voice. But I'm still coughing. I would have this like urge to cough, but I couldn't get anything. Like it wouldn't. Nothing would break free.
Yeah, that's actually mine is I have a 4-time box, Texas.
Ooh, it's bougie.
No, because I have to take certain things twice a day, and there's just so
Oh,
many.
it's kind of like I don't know. It's like something fancy there. 4 times box.
Okay, vintage memories. Yeah.
So I just do what she says, and she's got all these vitamins in there. And I told her she's going to have to find us a bigger box before we go on the cruise.
Oh boy.
Craig said my pill box is full of Skittles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
M&Ms.
I'm talking about food this morning. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since 8 o'clock last night, and I'm hungry.
I thought you were gonna say 8 o'clock this morning.
No, 8 o'clock last night. Because they're going
Well,
to
have
pull
somebody
blood.
feed you.
Pardon me?
Have somebody feed you, Tom.
I can't. I'm not supposed to eat anything because
Oh, you gotta go to the doctor?
Yeah, I'm pulling blood work
Oh,
today.
blood work? Oh, yeah, it sucks. Well, go to the restaurant after you get done with your blood work.
I must go by Bojangles and get me a biscuit.
Yeah, get a bit.
As I was just bitching about how fat I am. No, I'll come home and make me a BLT so it's at least a little bit healthy. Yeah, and this is young for this crowd.
She's a baby.
I don't know if there's anybody even in the 30s in this group.
I'm 50.
And we're not counting Lag because we don't know what he is. We don't even know whether he's or she or it.
She's probably another YouTuber with a different.
Yeah.
There. They're
Good
chattering.
morning. Speaking of the old people, good morning, Craig. Good morning, Craig.
No,
How
Jim's got the rifleman. He's in the living room packing something. He's got the rifleman playing on TV. He's old too. He watches old rifleman episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Tara's burner account. Ah, clever. No, my burner account is like Jim as Mr. Justice for Mr. Jingles.
Here's the link if anybody else wants to come in and join us. Tales of Wells Fargo.
So
I
you weren't sick for most of your cruise, were you, Todd?
No, it didn't. I
Oh,
didn't
that's good.
even feel it until
That's what happens when you go on those cruise ships. They're a big petri dish for illnesses.
the day before we left. I was eating supper. I'm like, man, this doesn't taste very good. My nose is running. And then the disembarkation day, I just felt like hell. Yesterday, I felt like hell. And today, I feel like hell. So basically, 3 days plus part of another. Uh, Alcohol will make it all better.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Anissa, I know what you mean. My boys had never watched Lost in Space until I made them sit down and we watched like the first season of it. I made them, but then they liked it because they were little or they were young.
Brandon really liked Land of the Lost. We bought all the DVDs. Remember Land of the Lost
Yeah.
with dinosaurs and that? Oh, Brandon loved that when he was a kid.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Um, I'm assuming he's talking to you, to Todd. Craig says that alcohol will make it all better.
Mm.
Yeah, fix you a couple of shots and go to bed. You'll sleep for a while.
Yeah.
Mm. I guess.
Good morning, Glock. You like
But
How to Train Your Dragon, Lag? My cat looks like the black dragon. His head does the way he does his ears and whatnot. Which I was reading, and that dragon is modeled after the director's cat. You're on sleep meds. What, you sleeping too much in this, or you're not sleeping enough? If you're not sleeping enough, then your husband needs to have you a load of firewood brought in so you can split that sucker.
Well, I was worried what you were going to say there for a minute. I'm like, oh boy.
You're not tired. So he needs to have you a load of uncut firewood in, and you need to get out there and split that sucker. You'll be tired then. Get out there and help him cut grass when he goes out and does this little side gig. Go out there and help him. You'll sleep. Good morning, Mr. Sadie.
mm.
Well, you're not tired enough, because I have those nights too. That's when you need to get up and wash a load of clothes and fold them and put them away. Maybe mop the kitchen floor.
Oh boy. No sympathy for Tom. He puts you right to work.
Because that's what I do. And also you might want to try brain dumping. If you got a lot of stuff on your mind, go sit down at the table with something to drink and get your tablet out and write down everything that you've been thinking about.
What? That sounds like an exercise in futility.
No, because there's nights I'll go to bed and I'll lay there for an hour and a half trying to go to sleep, and I'm tired, but my mind's just thinking about all the stuff I need to be doing or I should be doing. I forgot to call my mom. Blah 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 blah. Last night, last thing I remember was I hope Todd's doing okay. I swear.
Gee, it's nice to know I'm the last thing you think about before going to sleep, Thom.
I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's
That's kind of
something.
creepy.
No, I
Yeah, a
was
little
thinking about
bit. The last thought on
I'm an
Tom's mind
old
is, I hope
man.
Todd's okay.
I am an old man, and that's what my concerns are as an old man is that my friends are doing okay, especially the ones that I know
Okay.
that has affected half of the West Coast. And if we have
Uh,
a pandemic, if there's a pandemic in Austin, it's because of Todd. Um,
what?
Well, did you have fun meeting Beth yesterday and stuff?
oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. She's a hoot, and Barry, he's crazy too, and he lives up near where Roberta's from, and Patty was there.
So what'd you guys do? Did you go to the Benz or anything?
They did. After we ate, they went to the Benz because Barry and them drove down from Hickory,
Mm.
and we had lunch at the Hickory Tavern, and then Barry and Beth and Patty they went to the Benz
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because it's over there by
Yeah,
the
we
airport.
went. We
You
went
should
on
have
an
went too,
Alaskan
Tom.
cruise, and yeah, I got sick.
I had stuff. I got some
I
stuff to
got the
take up
flu.
for Roberta, so I had to get it home, and I just was not. I just not into the band thing because most of the stuff they have is closed.
Mm.
So I hope.
I wasn't. I only went to the Benz once up in Wisconsin, and I didn't care for it either. It was too much like the island of misfit toys. It was
Yeah,
just a lot of broken stuff or damaged stuff, and
this.
there's like people bumping you and stuff, or like, and I'm just like, I wish you people would move away a little bit, give me my space.
I did find a broken VHS camera though.
They had a special home movie that somebody put in it, and they forgot to take it out before they threw it to
Ooh.
Goodwill. Yeah,
Her
it
name
was creepy.
her name was Carol.
And she's like this 40-some-year-old, short-haired, middle-aged woman, like your typical mom type woman. Okay, so she does this indiscretions on tape, but then because she's cheap, she also tapes grandma.
I'm assuming the man was
Yeah,
in the thing.
grandma's. They tape grandma's birthday party on the same tape, which is even creepier because now you see her in a family setting, like serving cake and that.
Yeah, she's giving like a I don't know, like a 7-8 minute speech on how great Granny's been, all this other stuff. I'm like, oh no, Carol, why did you take this left turn? So I've always said when I was a kid, when I was younger, this is before before phones and whatever we had to take a picture with a Polaroid. I'm like, never ever let somebody do that because they know what you look like naked. They don't need to look at it themselves to remember what you look like naked. They're gonna 100% chance gonna show this to one of their friends or something. Don't ever let anybody do that ever. So,
when I get digital cameras, especially at the thrift store, I always look to see if they have a card in it because you can sell the card separately. But also, I always check to see what's on the if there's anything on the card before I list it or anything. And there's some pretty dodgy people out there in the world. Let's use that word.
Well, I'll tell you.
human. I mean,
Yeah.
it's human instinct and curiosity if it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
My kid, we got an old computer and I was letting my kid fool around with it. He's like, "Oh, I didn't find nothing bad on it." I'm like, "Oh, sure, let me help you." Star, dot, JPG. Your asterisk. You do the asterisk dot JPG because they'll bring up every JPG no matter where it's hidden on the computer. It'll bring up
Right.
every single one on the computer. Well, there you go, son. Okay, now let's format it.
Oh God.
There is a.
So anyway, because it's not too dirty, so they start off this videotape. This isn't dirty, so I'll say it. And if you have little kids, I'm sorry, cover their ears. She starts off. She's in the bathtub and shaving her butt. Okay, which I'm like, why do you need to film this anyway? And then it proceeds from there. Anyway,
Yeah, I give him a C minus for cinematography, but probably first effort.
Lord have mercy.
like Tom's face, he just said slack John for like 30 seconds.
I tell you
I
what.
just looked at this ratty bust up camera and I saw the tape and I'm like, there's gonna be something naughty on this tape. I just got a weird feeling.
Anyway,
Shaving her butt.
And then I just destroyed it, so
It's
her honor's intact.
well, usually not to film it. Anyway, they do the indiscretions, whatever. But then the creepy part is the great grandma's birthday party because you have her interacting in her
but now
normal life.
and also they're going on a thing where now I notice the guy isn't around anymore. So I don't know if they had much Splitsville or something. But she's like playing football with her kids who are now older. You know, you're seeing actually they did it on this family movie. I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah, they should have bought a special
we should
tape
scroll
and marked it.
Yeah, whatever that is,
Anyway.
video 8 or whatever.
I mean,
All
I know some people want to feel really special and make their porn movie and whatnot like that, but some people should.
He doesn't even like shaving his face.
There are people that should really just let that get passed right on by and not even think about it. Because I've got.
Yeah, never a good idea.
Hey, the two of you are in it. Remember it. You don't have to film it for posterity.
That's right.
Because it's going to fall into the wrong hands.
Unless there's a dude standing there with $3,500 and $100 bills ready to hand it to you when you're done with the thing, don't do it.
It better take more money than $3,500.
That's what the going rate.
Well, not for me.
I'm with you that, Mr. Sadie.
I don't know, Mr. Sadie. That guy shaving that girl's butt did kind of look like you. So.
He had like a Schneider mustache. I mean, he looked like a real, like...
Just central Wisconsin.
Cigarette ad.
It must have been in the springtime when everybody was getting rid of their winter coating.
There we go.
Maybe that's why he had to shave her butt. It was spring. It was getting too warm out.
She didn't want all that hair hanging out when she put her bikini on. So let me ask you this: is there times that you really miss Wisconsin?
Not really.
Not really. The auctions. People had more there, maybe because they had less to do because it's such a terrible place to live.
More resellers here where we're at.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily online eBay resellers, but because you have like all these garage sale, like the 127 or the 68 or all this stuff. You have what I call these professionals that set up on those roads for those, mile long
right
yard sales. So you have more resellers that maybe don't necessarily sell online. Like when you go to auction, when you go to like a live at like an estate auction, you have a lot of other auctioneers buying up stuff to re-auction at their auctions and stuff like that. So you're competing against a huge plethora of different types of resellers.
And if you got like communities, like you have people, I need to buy my stuff new. I never put my foot in a used tennis shoe. Hey, not these folks. They live in Goodwill. I mean, it's the Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul, any of that stuff. I mean, they're crawling. I mean, you can't. There's no room to push your cart around. I mean, they're always jammed. So I would say that's different from up north too.
Oh.
So you got a lot of competition all the way around, but whatever. I mean, honestly though, we're still chopping. I mean, I've been bringing box truck loads of stuff. I mean, we got so much stuff left. I mean, to sell from up there that we hadn't gotten to. So big boxes of Star Wars stuff, old Lionel Train stuff. I mean,
and some of it was stuff we thought maybe we'd keep, and now we decide we're getting old, and we're like, why are we keeping all this crap? Let's turn it into money.
Yeah. So we've been saving on auction bills. We haven't been paying much at auction, just selling the stuff we got in these buildings. Because I got boats and stuff I'd like to put in these boxes of junk that I don't want.
Thank you, Mr. Sadie. It's when Harlan jumped in, I'm thinking, okay, he's got a story for us where he's found something and he's let
Oh
me
yeah.
down now. But I bought a storage unit one time, and it was just full of boxes. But one of the boxes had old VHS in it,
Uh-oh.
and most of them were where they'd recorded TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, but those, if they got the commercials in them, I mean, some of those pre-recorded ones will do all right too.
Yeah,
Because I think you got YouTubers that just go and upload those old like TV commercials for content on their channels.
right.
I mean, I haven't looked in a long time, but yeah, like if you found like VHS or somebody recorded like Super Bowl or Orange Bowl or whatever, those are actually doing pretty good too. Oh, sure, for the Super Bowl commercials, probably.
Right. Yeah, I'm subscribed to this guy that does nothing but put commercials out there. And if there's somebody now famous in them, like when they were a kid, he always,
Hmm.
points them out in it. But and he also does like the intros to TV shows. It'd be like the new shows of '74 and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Let me tell you what, guys, we watched some crap back in those days. Well, maybe I probably didn't because I didn't watch a lot of TV because I was too busy doing stuff. But yeah, Mr. Sadie, Todd's under the weather. Send him some love.
He's
In the
got his
form,
stack of medicine next to his hand.
yeah,
He's feeling icky.
yeah. The 30-minute infomercials, Texas Bandit. Sergey said Sergey had the TV on, actually watching broadcast. That he was talking about these long commercials. I said, dude, back in the day they were 30 minutes long. The Thigh Buster.
Oh, the infomercials?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
infomercials.
Yeah, you had Ron Popeil and all his stuff. And
Yeah.
Jack, the heck was that guy? Starts with an M.
Lelaine?
Lelaine, or he had like his juicer and stuff.
Yeah, he was the physical fitness guy.
Yeah, he was like 90, but he was totally ripped. And he'd always be juicing his bananas and stuff.
Yeah. You got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Sadie?
He would get up earlier because he's going to Vegas.
Where are you flying out of? St. Louis? St. Louis? Um, that's just awful early. I mean, if I'm going on vacation, I will. You lying lag. You just went to
Yeah,
bed
but he's
this
sick.
But
morning.
I've got a sick question for him.
Okay.
Hey, Todd.
Yep.
Okay, still awake. Hey, did you lose sense of taste, or did stuff taste weird for you when you got the COVID?
My tongue tastes like the inside of a whale's colon.
All right.
Ew.
Right
Yeah,
now.
me and Tara too.
Right now it does. I mean, nothing tastes right. And my mouth has a
Me and
taste
Jim were
even
eating.
though I'm not eating anything.
Oh, well, we're kind of getting
Horrible.
over it. But me
Check
and Jim
my
were
rabbit.
eating gummy sharks. I'm like, these don't taste right.
No, everything tastes like it's got sprayed with like window cleaner or something. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
And mine is still like that.
Yes, we finally got it. We finally got the vid.
Yeah, we didn't even take the test because
Cool.
I don't want the government tracking me,
I
so
feel
I
like-
won't take
I
the
took-
I
test.
feel like I'm in the in crowd.
Yeah.
I sucked on one of these chloroseptics yesterday for a little bit and I had to spit it out. Man, it was horrible.
Ew.
Well, good luck. Hang in there, Todd. It'll get better.
Yeah, I was making chicken, and Jim's like, it tastes like burnt plastic. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I would keep
okay.
sniffing it, but then I would eat it. And then I'm like, well, I know it just tastes bad because of this whatever, and I'm sure it was fine. Everybody else is like, oh yeah, this is really good, and I'm like, yeah, but anyway, well, you just muscle through it.
You going to BossCon or whatever it's called, or thinking about it, Harlan?
Oh, Boss, some reselling,
Yeah.
resellers mix or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
They have that. It's Katie and Vicky from. They have like a get together eBay kind of replaced eBay Open kind of convention.
Oh, like a meetup in person.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Sadie wants to see Harlan in his officer dangle uniform.
Oh boy.
Todd, you're just gonna have to take care of yourself, dude. Take it easy. Don't do any more than you got to do. I know you got to get your shipping out, but once you get done with that, then just.
Yeah, I got to ship out 4 plates and a battery charger, and then I'm done.
Call your girlfriends and tell them that you can't. You're not coming in this week because you're sick. You got COVID. And
if I took my COVID into the Lutheran ministries, I'd probably kill them all because they're all old. They're probably older than me.
Jim will never be able. Jim will never be able to go back to Wisconsin because he's trying to put "the" in front of everything. The COVID, he said just a minute ago.
Oh.
The Walmart.
The Walmart. Okay.
Let's go down to the McDonald's.
What was this?
You said like I got the COVID, like how they say I'm going to the Walmart.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the Walmart.
Yeah, instead of saying "what's up" now, I just say "so." Yeah, you never say "how are you doing." It's always "so." Except you gotta say it in a lower voice too. So.
My son, do you hear Brandon?
Don't mess with me.
Like Brandon's got this thing, or if you say something, he's like, "Brah."
Yeah,
brah. Drives me insane. Brah. Come on, brah.
I had a black roommate in college, and if I said, "How are you doing?" like "How you doing?" he'd be like, he'd repeat it back to me, "How you doing?" So I had to say when he came in, I had to say "sup."
That's actually funny.
No.
How are you doing?
I think you sound like a total dork.
Yeah, once in a while you'll hear him say full out "what's up," but usually just "sup." That's a cool way.
You just beat the hell out of them right now if they start talking like that, Anissa. She says, "My kids, do you like my fit?"
Oh, outfit. Okay.
We used to have a pizza place. It was called Alexander's, and then some of the kids were trying to be cool. They kept calling it Xander. They started calling it Xander's instead of Alexander's. So we started like making fun. We go, "Yeah, we're going to Z." And we tried to shorten it down to one letter.
Sup and Z.
Well, we called Pizza Hut the Hut.
The Hut?
Pizza Hut.
When Jim was in college, the girls that worked at Pizza Hut, they called them Hut sluts.
And if you worked at Ponderosa, you were Pondo Puff. So what'd you do last night? I took home a Pondo Puff. Did you smell like grease? Yep, sure did. Because I know I smell like French
fries. Do you have Ponderosas in the South?
We used to.
Oh, I guess I don't even know if Ponderosa's around anymore.
It's not.
Anyway.
Close to the early 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of those restaurants have closed down.
I won't even tell you what they call the hockey girls, but it rhymed with pug.
Duck?
Something like that.
Mm.
It's you know, the old saying of there's things that I think, oh, I can still do that. And my body's like, no, hell, you can't.
Oh boy.
You know, we were talking about skiing yesterday, Beach Mountain, where because they went to the Land of Oz weekend. For those that didn't know, Beach Mountain had a Land of Oz like amusement park type thing, and you'd take the chairlift to the top, and then you'd go through. You go through the front of the house. There's probably YouTube videos of it. You go through the front of Auntie Am's house, and it would be normal house. But when you'd make your way through the house, and when you came out the back, everything was all tore to hell, because of the tornado. And then you would follow the yellow brick road down to Munchkin Land and all this.
Where's this?
This was the Land of Oz at Beach Mountain. It was during the 70s.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. I mean, it was done really well. And of course, as you're walking down, because it's up in the North Carolina mountains, the Smoky Mountains, as you were walking down the yellow brick road, at times the road would get close to the edge of the mountain, so you could see, hundreds of miles. So it was really cool, but it just didn't. And then during the winter, they had snow skiing up there, but it was real popular for a while, and like everything like that, it kind of died out.
Yeah. We had an old western town called Pleasure Island when I was a kid, and it was just a blast, and just started getting mismanaged and just went under.
If I was as rich as Todd and Mr. Sadie, I would invest in these old amusement parks and stuff like that, not to make money, just to keep them going. If I was,
I think it's the insurance on them is the problem.
Yeah, but still, this stuff is dying out. We have a place called Tweetsie Railroad up in the North Carolina mountains, and it's a railroad, and there's lots of videos about Tweetsie Railroad. It's been around way before me, and it's still clicking. But a lot of these little, roadside attractions and stuff like that, little local amusement parks, they've died out.
Yeah.
Because people are on the interstate, just like the movie Cars, the Pixar movie. When they talk about when they built the interstate through, Road 66 became a desert. And it's so true. Just looking at North Carolina, when people are in such a hurry to get to where they're going now, that they don't stop and look at the cheesy roadside attractions and stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, it's happening in that we're right by the cave. We're probably we're not even an hour away, probably about 40. And when I was a kid, when you're on the way down to Florida to go to Disney World, you always stop to go check out one of the Crystal Cave or Mammoth Cave or Horse Cave. You checked out one of the caves, whatever, and I don't think they're getting near the tourism they used to get.
I don't know, because we tried to take Jimmy there, and they had all the tours were sold out. Remember, they had to take that crappy free one, which totally sucked.
Well, let me tell you, before the government took it over, we'll go, okay, we can only have this many people. Yeah, hey, the cave will fit this many people. This is how many people are going. They're running as many people as they can get through that cave. Now it's like the government, well, you got to go on tour number 6 is filled up because there's 18 people. It's like ridiculous. It's all safety and crap.
You got to walk through this little tray of soap water when you leave the cave.
Because they're worried about the bats.
Because they're worried about you going from that cave and then spreading some kind of bat virus to another cave, which I'm kind of like, what's the odds you're going to... Wouldn't you want to walk across the soapy tray before you go in the cave instead of when you leave the cave?
I can tell you, if the company could have made money renting BB guns for kids to shoot at the bats in the 1970s, they'd have done it.
Mr.
In
Sadie, you
97,
spent a
nobody
small
worried about
fortune
the
on batteries then if you bought one for your truck and for your boat. I forgot what I was going to say now. Let me back up.
Side crap. I mean attractions.
Yeah, it was about tractions, but I forgot what it was going to say because I saw Mr. Sadie talking about his battery, and I know he's getting ready to go to down Vegas tomorrow, and he's bitching about buying a couple of batteries. But it's kind of sad that stuff like that happens. I mean, these places that, um, they were a lot of memories for a lot of families, and now they're gone.
I don't know. I love Gatorland in Orlando. I mean, we usually try to go there at least every 5 years. I mean, I'm like, we're going to Gatorland today.
And it's gotten a little classier, but I will say when I took my oldest kids, my son and my daughter, there in like the 90s, there was a heavy set mother, okay, yelling at the kids, and the kids weren't minding. And then finally the dad had to step in, he was a big boy. He grabbed that one kid by the arm. He just slung that kid over his leg, ripped that kid's shorts down, bare ass, and just started spanking the daylights out of him. I want to tell you, my daughter and my son are just looking there, just slack-jawed staring. I'm like, well, kids, you ain't at Disneyland or your Disney World anymore. Yeah, that kid got the tar whooped out of him right in front of God and everybody.
Well, see, that's the way it used to be. It used to be you behaved in public or you got your butt beat.
It's kind of still that way at Gatorland. Not at Disney, though.
But it's okay. I have a channel called Real 8 Cinema, and it's where I've put a bunch of 8mm shorts over there, where I've scanned them and put them and uploaded them. There's amusement parks that's up in Pennsylvania and New York that don't even exist again. And they were, in the videos, they were full.
There's one in Pennsylvania. I think it's called like Dutchland or Amishland or something like that. It's like this Amish theme park. And honestly, I kind of want to go to it.
I mean, I like going to old stuff like that, because like Carowinds is a coaster park. If you don't like to ride coasters, they have a few kids rides and stuff like that, but it's a coaster park. And but I like going to old local, amusement parks just to see the stuff and remember. Man, this must have been something back in the day. We have up in Maggie Valley, we have Santa's Land, which is a cheesy little kids park. They have a little train and they have petting zoos and stuff like that. And I'm surprised that thing hadn't closed up a long time ago. But I guess all these moms and dads that's going to the casino gambling, they have to take them over to their little kids over to Santa's Land and spend the day with them over there. And we had another park called Ghost Town, which there's videos on it. It was up on the top of a mountain, and you rode this chairlift up to the top of it. And there was they had a western town and gunfights and they had a variety of amusement rides up there.
That's what this Island place was up on Eagle River. Same thing, they had the gunfight at noon. They had a stagecoach. They had a narrow gauge train that went around the park or whatever. And when you were a kid,
something kind of like that in Arkansas.
You thought that train went for miles. And now I look at because they built the new school on it. The school board bought the property and put a school on it. But I mean, now you look at that lot, it's like, oh my gosh, that train was so small.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Good morning, Beth. You finally get up? She didn't get home till she wasn't going to get back into Texas till like midnight last night.
Oh, that's about what time we got home too. We had to go to a football game.
We had an animal park called Aqualand too. It had like muskies and big fish tanks and stuff, right. And piano playing duck, and then it got kind of, I don't know. Now what did they turn into? Like a tavern or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they condoed out the land the park was on.
Oh man, yeah, that sucks.
Mr. Sadie, is he too? Wait a minute, I got to ask. Mr. Sadie, is it because he's too short or he's too round?
Maybe he's too built. You ever think of that? That could be an answer too.
But Beth, you got home okay last night? I know she wasn't looking forward to that ride because she had to go to Chicago before she went to Texas.
She had to go to fly to Chicago first.
I don't know because Barry got her a cheap flight or something. I don't know.
This Aqualand place.
Here's one for you, Jim. PETA is against piano playing dogs.
Well, hey, I got something.
Well, this was a duck.
Yeah, I got something for PETA. At this Aqualand place, we went up to the counter, and I started out, it was 50 cents a frog, then I think it went up to $1 a frog. But they'd sell you a leopard frog, and then you toss it in the muskie pond and watch the muskie eat the frog.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
So how many parks they let an animal and then feed it to another animal? Not too many today.
But it's I mean, I like stuff like that. I mean, I lived through most of it. But you know what? It's really sad that our kids will not know. And God, that sounds like a grandpa. But our kids will really not know the simple things of going through some of these cheesy roadside, Big John snake handling or Gator. It was like an old gas station on the side of the road going into, to Orlando or whatnot. They converted it into an attraction. They won't know that kind of excitement that we had when we were a little kid. First of all, that our parents were able to spend the money to go to something, anything, and
it's like the carnival sideshows. I don't think they have those really anymore either, do they?
The last carnival.
I mean, did you ever go to any of those? I mean, they used to have them at like Wisconsin State Fair Park. They'd have like the carnival sideshows where you could like talk to the smallest woman in the world.
I remember like 3 or 4 different places where they'd have a black bear in a giant pet taxi, and you'd feed it soda pop, and this thing's teeth would be just yellow, from drinking that soda pop. But there'd be like, and I remember there was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them that I remember.
Oh, there was that one in Hiles. Well, they still have the bears in.
Yeah, there was one down by Anago too.
Oh yeah.
Have a great day, Beth. Get over your trip. She's got a lot of illness.
All the poor bears out of business.
But really, it's to me, it's sad that all of these things are going to. They're going away.
All right, I'll put them on the Learjet and have them send them to Todd's.
Oh, what's Todd mean?
No, Mr. Sadie's like, have Jim run over and ship Todd's orders because he's sick.
Send the butler in the hot air balloon.
Okay.
We don't need Todd's address. We just need like a drawing of what his pool and house looks like, so the butler will know where to land.
Poor Todd. But did y'all go to Florida a lot when you were a kid, Jim?
Jim did. I didn't. Jim went. Jim, when was the first year you went to Florida? It's like right after Disney World opens.
1975, April.
75. And when did Disney World open?
71.
Oh, okay. So it was open for like 4 years.
So, Jim, when you went the first time, did they still have the tickets that you paid to get in, and then you had to have the tickets?
And then you'd have to get rid of all your crap tickets before you left because you didn't want to waste any. So you'd have to go like the shooting gallery and those crap things,
Yeah.
But yeah, like Country Bear Jamboree, that was an e-ticket. Space Mountain. Pirates of the Caribbean was e-ticket. So you only had so many e-tickets, but then you had all the lesser tickets you had to wait. And then if you get down to, I think it was an 8.
And you went to Florida once a year, didn't you? And then his grandmother moved to Florida like in 81 or 82. 80. Oh, 80. Yeah, so they were down there once a year. And then his mom and dad bought a house down there.
I went more. Let's see, we went in, it must have been 77. No, it had to be before that because it must have been like 74, 75 because I remembered my dad let me drive on the interstate, and it was the first time I drove on the interstate.
Oh, you were there around the same time as Jim. You could have,
Yeah,
ran across each other and never known that
yeah,
eventually
we
you talked
might
to
have.
each other on
I
the
dro-
computer.
I drove to Florida. I mean, I drove quite a ways of the Florida drive with a 15 years old with a learner's permit on the interstate. But that's good driving. I mean, it was a good driving experience. I mean, it gave me a good feel for the car.
You did
Yeah,
almost kill your family, though.
Yeah, I almost killed everybody in the car, but that's
That's
you
beside
you
the
know
point.
don't everybody go to sleep and let the 15-year-old drive in the mountains in a rainstorm, and everybody else is snoozing. My old man told me just leave the cruise control at 67 because they won't bother you that I'm pulling you over. So I'm driving 67. Well, I just left the cruise control on. I'm going through road construction in the mountains and stuff. It's all muddy. And old man gets knocked out of the
And that's when the road was, now it's actually not bad when you come down out of like South Tennessee going into Georgia. But this is in the days where it was a lot sketchier roads.
That's why my
yeah.
old man still smoked, because I remember getting in the driver's seat. He's like wiping the sweat off his forehead, lights a cigarette. He goes, "Yeah, next time you get in trouble, boy, you wake me up." I'm like, "All right." Yeah, he was scared.
Did you fall asleep once too and go off one of those and go off of an exit ramp?
No, that was in a caddy. That was when I was older. That was me, him, and my brother.
Oh,
I fell asleep driving. I wouldn't admit it, but I wake up and I see that triangle. Where they got those orange barrels, so you don't hit the bridge at the exit. So I'm like, oh my god! So I can't get the car back over to the highway. So I quick cut it. So I'm going onto the exit. Well, my old man feels the shift. He wakes up. Did you fall asleep? No, I decided to go in here. Get some Mountain Dew or something. Stretch my legs. He's like, you went to sleep. I'm like, no, I denied it. I guess he knows now because he's upstairs looking down. But yeah, I lied.
When you leave Asheville headed towards Hickory on I-40, there's a section called the Black Mountain, and it's really dangerous for trucks because trucks can run away real fast on it because it's just a steady
when you got that coming down out of South Tennessee, they got like those sand ramps. I guess if you lose your brakes on your trucks, you can go on the sand ramp.
Barry was telling Beth about it, and I think it kind of freaked her out a little bit because for those that don't know, they have these sandy. They build these sandy off ramps. So if a truck gets running away and they can't, the brakes fail on them, they can run over into this sandy area, and this truck will bog down in the sand and stop before it goes off the side of the mountain. And there's like 2 or 3 down through there, and I just don't want to. I would not want to be coming down that mountain in a semi with a full load, and have to decide that I got to go off into one of those sand traps just to slow it down. I mean, that's got to be. If a trucker don't crap his britches over all that, I don't care how much experience he's got. Because if it doesn't stop, your ass is going off the side of the mountain. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So if we got any truckers in the...
Do you ever go on that Dragon's Tail or whatever they call it? Is that around somewhere you go? It's in North Carolina or South Carolina. They take like the pictures of the motorcyclers going down it. It's that Dragon's Tail. You come down a mountain, but it's really like cut back turns and that.
I don't know.
You don't even know what I'm talking about?
I could tell you right now about a dozen roads in the North Carolina mountains that would fit that situation. One going up to Beach Mountain, one coming down from Spruce Pines into Marion, North Carolina. There's a lot of those roads that are just snaky as hell coming down through there. And yeah, lag. Absolutely lag.
It's in Robbinsville, North Carolina.
Okay. I know where Robbinsville
on Highway 129.
I've never been there.
It has 318 curves and 11 miles.
Wow. Okay, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I got to get out of here. I got to be at a doctor's office at 10:20, and I'm...
Uh-oh, you better get going.
No, I got about 8 minutes away, so it's no problem.
Oh, okay.
But I just need to get out here, put my shoes on, comb my hair. Thanks for coming in. Look for Scott's show tomorrow. Todd, get your shit packed if you got to do it today, and then go lay down and rest.
All right, get better, Todd.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I can't have my pal sick because
Yeah,
I felt
this
when I had it the last time I felt so bad. I don't wish that on anybody.
this ain't good.
Well, you need to relax. Try to sleep not laying flat, but laying with your head a little bit and your chest a little bit higher than the rest of your body.
What good does that do?
It keeps fluid running away from your lungs if you have any
Or
buildup
you
in
could
your
lay
lungs.
with your head chest lower than the rest of your body.
So Texas, be sure and show up for Scott's show tomorrow. That's the reason we haven't seen him. He's too embarrassed.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. Todd, you take care of yourself. If I can ship you anything, let me know.
Yeah,
And
like you got. I'll send you my PayPal.
okay, thank you,
You
Jim
can-
and Tara, for hopping in here too. It always makes it a lot of fun when y'all come in.
Oh, thanks.
So we need to do a nighttime show.
There you go.
Y'all have a great night, great day.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.